What's going on, guys? We're going to be talking about front squats right now. Front squats are a great way to work on those big high power glutes in the backside of the legs. Great way to work on those quads and strengthen up those legs so that you can jump higher, run faster, have more high performing, high octane movements in your sports. So when it comes to front squats, there's a little bit of a difference between these and back squats, mainly that the front squat does bring your center of mass a little bit forward just because the weight is loaded in front. So it actually is a little bit easier to get down into a squat, and it is a little bit easier to keep an upright trunk with this one as well. It does put a little bit more of a moment on your quads, the muscles on the front of your thighs, but if you're getting your hips back and getting a good glute squeeze at the top, that should help give you that high octane, high force that you need out of your glutes. It's going to give you some transfer to the things that you're doing, whether it's running, jumping, throwing, hitting, that all involve the glutes. So how do we do this front squat? Probably the hardest part about a front squat is just making sure it sits in a good spot on your shoulder. So it's actually coming across the front of the shoulders, on top of maybe in front of the collarbones, across your neck, and then onto the other collarbone, and then onto the other shoulder. To get people to understand how this feels, we'll usually just get people to get into a hands-free position so they know where it sits. So we'll get underneath the bar, we'll put it on that sweet spot. Sweet spot is shoulder, collarbone, across the neck, collarbone, shoulder, and just go hands-free, center that bar, step up with it, and just feel where that's sitting, right? Okay, so I feel that on my shoulders, I feel that coming across my collarbones. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. Rack it up. Now that you understand where the sweet spot is on the front squat, now you can go ahead and set up. So you can set up in 3 different positions. Number 1, our favorite, but really hard if you're tight in the wrist and tight in the back muscles, is the Olympic style grip. So the Olympic style grip is top 2/3 of your fingers in contact with the bar, hands just outside of shoulders, elbows up and around, elbows up and around, and then that would be your Olympic style grip, keeping those elbows high. So again, top 2/3 of the fingers, elbows up and around, elbows up and around. You can see that my forearm is pretty much perpendicular with the bar, right? I'm not too far in, but I'm not too far out either. You want to try to keep that perpendicular position. That's the Olympic style grip. If you're a little tight in there, that's okay. We'll go cross-face grip, get the bar in your sweet spot, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Top 1/3 of your thumb is underneath the bar, and then your fingers are over top of the bar. Elbows stay high. So that's a cross-face grip. And then your third option is your chin block. So I learned this one from Brendan Mitchell, actually. So for the chin block, you're going to get your thumbs on the bar, and then elbows come up and around, and then you put the chin on top of that chin block created by your fist, and then you're set up. I like this one because it helps encourage a neutral neck position throughout the movement, so you're not able to deviate from that block position because the fists are in the way. So it's a great way to kind of keep the chin in a good spot, which is often something that you would see go awry in squats, front squats. So that's set up 3 different options for your grip. To do the squat, we'll go Olympic style for this example. Again, top 2/3 of the fingers, contact with a bar, elbows up and around, forearms perpendicular with the bar. I'm getting my feet underneath the bar, squeeze my butt, abs are tight, ribs are down, chin is tucked, step out, and then it's 1 step per side, and then you just go through your bracing sequence. So it's toes forward, maybe out a little bit, feet shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider, point the knees out to the side, butt tight, abs tight, ribs down, shoulders back, chin tucked, and in this case, elbows high. From here, you're going to have to relax the butt, but keep the abs tight. Reach back with the back side of your hamstrings, knees go out, squeeze the butt, drive through with the hips. So you can go as low as you can while keeping the abs tight and keeping the back in a good position. This is where a coach helps. And they can see that the back looks the same upright standing as it does when you're in your bottom position. So again, reach back with the back of your hamstrings, knees go out, big toe on the ground, heel on the ground, squeeze the butt, drive through with the hips, pulling yourself into that bottom position actively and squeezing and driving through with your hips. So again, guys, if Olympic style isn't good for you, you can go cross face, you can go chin block, or you can just hammer out some mobility on the wrist, and you can hammer out some mobility on the lats. Check out other videos for that. If front squats hurt your back a little bit, try the ribs down, crank down on those abs. If that doesn't work, try goblet squat. If that doesn't work, try just body weight squat, and you can work up to it, right? That, guys, is a front squat. Consider the 3 positions to set up your grip. A little bit more of an upright squat, a little bit more on the quads, a little bit easier to get down. Use these front squats, high powered, high octane, glute firing, leg strengthening, high performance exercise. Hope you guys enjoy.